What is going on, guys? So I want to take a closer look at the Reaper Affliction today, give more of a comprehensive view on it and my approach to using this Affliction. After doing a couple of the Affliction dog tags, I kind of wanted to do just one good video on the Reaper Affliction, as I think this is the more grindy Affliction on the list, even though we have some like the Peacock Affliction that requires you on one community mission to get 500 spine assists, which is pretty grindy. You're not going to feel anything more of a grind than feeling your health go down per second. So I want to do one really good video trying to give you guys a comprehensive view on this and how my approach has been, and hopefully it helps you guys out a little bit. So for starters, let me quickly do a overrun on what the Reaper Affliction is, and that is when you lose 1 point of health per second on the battlefield, and you can only restore your health after you get a kill and then get yourself healed. So that is what happens when you equip the Reaper Affliction. Now, my basic first approach to combating this Affliction is by using the medic class, as with the medic class you can equip things like bandages and health crates to heal yourself after you get that kill, so you don't have to run around maybe being as an assault class or support player after you get that kill trying to find a teammate to heal you. You can then just easily drop a medic pouch down and then heal yourself, and you'll be good from there. Now that is a good first start, something that I was doing the majority of the time, but I've learned some stuff on the side that may help your gameplay out and eliminate a few of the deaths and maybe make the grind more easier. So one little specialization that you can equip alongside the Reaper Affliction that actually does help your performance is called Reciprocity, and this specialization allows you to restore 12.5 health points for every teammate that you heal, and this does stack. So if I start to heal 2 teammates, I'm gonna get 25 points of health back, which is really nice actually, and really helps you out a lot when it comes to using this Affliction, as it doesn't necessarily make it a priority for you to get a kill instantly if your health is going down. You don't have to put yourself in any more sketchy situations maybe where you're already low on health, maybe below half amount of health on your health bar, and you're trying to struggle and put yourself out in the open there, and you're gonna end up getting shot in the foot and finding yourself dead. But what you can also do is get around teammates, find your teammate that is struggling with health, and you can re-heal him, and you'll find your health points begin to work its way up. So that is definitely a nice little strat that you will want to have equipped next to the Reaper Affliction. You do have 3 slots of specializations that you can have equipped per loadout you have on the battlefield, but with that extra 3rd slot you can pretty much put any other specialization in there, and I'm sure they can help you out in one form or the other. But the Reciprocity specialization is a really helpful one, and is one that you're definitely going to want to have alongside this Reaper Affliction. Now when it comes to the actual loadout of the medic class, what guns am I using, what gadgets am I using, I want to briefly show you guys what I've been doing. Now when it comes to the actual weapon, I've been jumping back from the Fedora or from the Sweeper, but really when it comes down to it, any gun that you feel the most comfortable with, I would suggest you going with. The Fedora and the Sweeper are generally the more aggressive medic rifles, but if you're more comfortable using another rifle, I would suggest sticking to that. When it comes to my gadgets though, I am swapping from the health pouch to the medic crate depending on how I'm playing. If I'm flanking more, playing more of an aggressive type of medic class, and I'm trying to just get away from my whole teammates and maybe get a better angle on the enemy team where they can't see me, I'm bringing the health pouch, as I can drop that down one time. I'm going to heal myself instantly from there, and I don't have to drop more and more of it. I only have to drop it one time for myself to heal myself back to 100. But if I am playing near my teammates, I want to drop the health crate down, as that allows me to heal multiple of teammates at the exact same time, which keeps my health moving upwards when I have that Reciprocity specialization equipped. So if I have a a health pouch and I'm dropping that down, I can really heal only one teammate at a time, and I'm constantly have to throw it down over and over again. And it's just really annoying when you're doing that with a bunch of teammates, so you can drop one health crate. But if I'm by myself, I want to just drop one health pouch down, as the pouches allow me to get healed instantly and I can keep moving on the run. But if I drop a health crate down, I kind of have to stay in that little area right there to heal myself, and it's just a little bit of a pain. So I have found that if I'm flanking, again, I will use the health pouch, but if I'm with the a good chunk of my teammates for the majority of the game, I'm going to want to drop down a health crate. When it comes to the second gadget on my soldier, depending on the mission requirement, it may differ. If I have to revive a certain amount of teammates, I'm of course equipping the syringe. If I'm playing a little bit more aggressive, I can equip the grenade launcher, or you can just equip both of the medic crate and medic pouches. And so you can kind of drop a medic crate down for teammates that can heal them and heal yourself at the exact same time. And then if you want to start to flank away from your teammates, you can then find yourself be able to quickly heal yourself after you get that kill by dropping a health pouch down. Now I want to talk about spawning into the game a little bit, as this will definitely help you out a bit. Your positioning that you spawn in is pretty crucial, as if you spawn really far away from any type of action, you're gonna find your health being sapped down by a good amount. And the moment you find that action, you're all gonna be pretty substantially weakened. So you definitely want to spawn into the game when you have a somewhat decent distance to getting into the action. Of course, you don't want to spawn right in the midst of the battle, and really not knowing where you're going to pop in at any moment in time. You could be a grenade or something that can be thrown and really weaken you to you can't do any damage at all. But at the same time, you don't want to be spawning in no man's land and it takes you 1 minute to get across the battlefield, and that's 60 seconds, which is 60 points of health that goes down. So you have less than half of health. You have 40 points left, and that is definitely not something you want to be running out in the open. It can just easily take a sniper shot to the foot, one shot from like a medic rifle or something like that can easily just take you out. So you definitely want to try to avoid spawning really far away, because your health will be sapped. You as well want to try to spawn into squads that have medic classes. If you do end up dying, you can have a medic class revive you, and especially on some of those mission requirements where you have to get like 10 kills in a row with the Reaper Affliction, if you get revived from a teammate, your streak still maintains. So it's only when you accept your death and go into the home spawn menu is when that streak ends. So even if you want to still maintain something like a good KD while using this Reaper Affliction, and you're not really trying to go for those 10 kill streaks, and you're just trying to do one of the other mission requirements with the Reaper Affliction equipped, you may as well want to be in a medic squad that can revive you and just really make it less of a punishment than it has to be. That was a quick run through on what I have been doing to approach this Reaper Affliction. I want to talk briefly about what you cannot do. So let's talk about the elite classes. One that comes to mind is the Trench Raider class. As the Trench Raider class, you can drop a medic crate down and heal yourself. So being myself a big fan of that elite class, I thought maybe since the afflictions have been working and staying on when you pick up an elite class, I've been noticing that, for instances, if I'm using the Peacock Affliction and I go up and pick up an elite class, I'm able to spot enemy players and still begin to accumulate those spotting assist points with the Peacock Affliction equipped. So I thought, well, maybe that might be the case with the Reaper Affliction. I can go up, pick up the Trench Raider class, and then every time I get a kill, just begin to re-heal myself. Well, that is not the case. So I did try doing that to save you guys some time. And you cannot jump on the Trench Raider class, and you can still use the class, but your health is going to be sapped down all the way to you have no health, or till an enemy player takes you out, and you're not able to re-heal yourself with that health crate. So no real shortcuts you can take there with the elite classes, as well as you cannot use the cavalry class. That might be one way people can think, well, I can re-heal myself, maybe equipping that with a cavalry class, going on the horse and riding around and then dropping a health crate down. But you can jump on a horse if you do find it with your maybe medic class, if you're gonna go that approach I had suggested. And if you find a horse around, you can jump on that horse and your health will be sapped down, but you can drop health for you down by doing it on that approach if you guys want to take that route. Or maybe if you are want to not play the medic class and you want to stay with an assault class, support class, something like that, but you want to have one way to heal yourself quickly, you can jump on the horse, drop health pouches down for you when you get those kills, and get yourself re-healed. Now, just like the cavalry class, you can't have it equipped if you're playing with the pilot class or the tanker class. So maybe if you're looking to find a way to, keep yourself alive longer in one of those classes there, that won't be the case, as you can't equip the Reaper Affliction there. I've heard some ideas of maybe if you're working together with a squad and you spawn into the heavy bomber, let's say, you can maybe swap with the pilot and fly the heavy bomber around if you're looking to maybe fulfill the 10 kill streak with the Reaper Affliction, as the heavy bomber is, probably the most powerful weapon on the game. And, you can definitely rack up some kill streaks doing that. So, if you're working together with a squad, you may have that as an option. But you can jump into the behemoth with the Reaper Affliction equipped and do some damage there. So, if you feel pretty confident that you can maybe rack up some kills or do some heavy damage, you maybe want to rack up some points with the Reaper Affliction, you can jump into one of the behemoths, like, the Zeppelin or the Dreadnought, one of the behemoths that are out there. You can definitely jump into there. Your health will be sapped down, but you can at least do some damage doing that. Now, what I did find is if I am using some other type of weapon on the map, let's say a stationary weapon like the AA gun, and if I do get a kill, I find myself not being able to heal myself. So it seems like the only time I'm able to re-heal myself is when I get a kill with my medic rifle, my pistol, or one of my gadgets. So something that I have directly equipped onto my soldier is the only way I can re-heal myself. Do keep in mind that multiple kills do not stack up and give you that extra window of time for you to heal yourself after you get a kill. It's about a 10-second window of time that you have when the Reaper Affliction will cease to sap your health after you get a kill. So regardless if you get 1 or 10 kills, you're only going to have about that 10-second window. So the sooner you can begin to heal yourself, the better. Lest you get caught in situations where you start to heal yourself with only about 2 seconds left, and the Reaper Affliction activates again and starts to sap your health, and you're only able to restore your health by like halfway. So again, the quicker you can get to healing yourself, the better, because your window of time is only so much, and you want to take advantage of when you get a chance to heal yourself. And finally, I want to briefly talk about the different game modes and how that might help your gameplay out a little bit. I've noticed when I play on operations, if there's moments where my team is at like a choke point and we're really stuck at a certain spot and there's a bunch of teammates around me, that's when it's a great time to maybe drop your health crate down as it heals a bunch of your teammates who are just all around near you. I've noticed if you want to play more kind of back in your team, that modes like operations are definitely pretty helpful. Conquest is a bit more spread out, so my gameplay has leaned more towards flanking and making sure to keep my health patch equipped to heal myself instantly and not get stuck in one specific location because I have to drop my health crate down instead. So I've noticed those two different game modes have caused me to play a little bit differently when it comes to this Reaper Affliction. I'd imagine Frontlines would be a mode as well, similar to Operations, where you could easily find a group of your teammates at and probably drop a health crate down. You could also flank a lot on both of those modes, Frontlines and Operations, so maybe do the health crate and the health pouch as you're able to kind of play flexible in that specific area that you're at, and maybe help your teammates out by defending that choke point, or when you need to flank around and maybe do a really hard push, you're able to have the gadgets necessary to do that well. So that's what I have noticed from those game modes. You may as well might want to jump onto things like team deathmatch or domination and see maybe if you fare better playing on those smaller modes, and maybe want to probably equip the health pouch down, as the health crate might be a little more difficult to get that to really work for you well if you're only have so many players playing on those game modes. But that could be an option as well. Again, I don't play much of those game modes, but what I've noticed from the operations and conquests is more flanking on conquests and more getting next to my teammates on operations has been kind of the approach, and I've been adjusting my gadgets from there. So that's basically a pretty comprehensive run through on the Reaper Affliction, how I've been looking at it. Want to do a quick shout out for a couple of the people who follow this channel who commented on my last Afflictions dog tags video where I unlocked the Suffocating Pestilence. People like Raul and Recon Pro who commented, gave out some really good ideas and helped me learn a few things from there, and definitely inspired this video right here. So I want to give a shout out for you two guys right there for definitely commenting some pretty solid gameplay ideas to make this Reaper Affliction less of a grind. But that's basically it for you guys today. I appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.